Hello, everyone, and welcome back to There's God for That podcast. I am your host, comedian Stacey Anderson, and this is my co host.
Queen B. Hey, everyone.
Well, we've been gone for a little while. I know some of y'all have been hitting us up wondering, where are y'all? Where are the new episodes? What's going on with There's God for That? And we apologize for just leaving y'all hanging. But as y'all know, people need a break. And not only that, we did take a little break, but it wasn't just because we needed a break. It was graduation season of visiting family. Like Queen Bee and I do not live where most of our family are. So when situations or celebrations take place, we gotta go. We gotta
Amen.
go. And sometimes those celebrations take place on the days that we like to record. So we just decided to put a quarter in the meter and handle family because that's important. And now we are
Mhm.
back to our cyber family. So thank y'all for inquiring about us. But we are back. So we are back. We are back. We are back. So, huh.
Yes, yes. Welcome back, us, and welcome back, you guys, as well. We definitely missed coming on here and talking with you guys. So we just pray that you continue to support us, watch us, and we are here to help anyone that we can. And so for what I was gonna say. Oh, sorry. This saying. I hope I can remember because I I haven't said it in a while. So as you guys know, we have a saying that we say every day, and we switch it up from time to time. But if you want to adopt the saying, it's a good thing. You can start off saying it when you start your day off or as you end your day. So it goes something like this: If you knew better, you do better. It can always be worse. Don't let the devil steal your joy. Live your super best life in all that you do. Choose to walk in righteousness all day, every day. Put on the full armor of the Most High. Stay out of God's way. May God will be done in all of our lives. And we plead the blood of Jesus over everything we do. Hallelujah. Amen. Oh, Lord, I be feeling like it's a race. But you gotta slow it down. But I think I did pretty good this time. What you think?
Yeah, you hit it, girl. You hit everything. Because I was saying it with you. We said it a little differently, but you said everything. So
Right,
yes,
right,
like we never left, girl. You got right to it. So
right.
now
So
speaking of, and oh, what was you gonna say?
no, go ahead. Go ahead. It's like it's a little delay, so just know we probably gonna be clashing each other, but it's a little delay for me. But go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, and yes, bear with us. There's some weather going on. I don't know where y'all are at watching this, but there's been a string of thunderstorms and just real ugly weather. I guess getting ready for the summertime. I'm really not sure, but it does mess with the reception. So just bear with us,
Mhm.
y'all. Y'all always do. Just have patience and grace with us here. So
Yes,
with that said,
yes.
we're gonna dive right into the first topic. And it's a doozy, y'all. It's a doozy. And this one really hits close to it's very personal. So it hits to my heart. Because and so here it is. The topic is, what if you're the problem?
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah. A lot of people don't like to be accountable. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
preaching to the choir because I'm talking about myself. A lot of times
Mhm.
we don't like to take accountability for things that we don't even see is us. Sometimes it's easier to judge looking outside of yourself. So what if you're the problem? What if you're the problem?
Mhm.
And I just recently realize that I'm the issue in some things, just being totally transparent because I'm not ashamed, and prayerfully this will help someone else.
Mhm.
I'm just say it. I just recently realized that I have been a high functioning alcoholic for a very long time. Did not know that. Did not know that at all. And I didn't think it was a problem, Queen Bee. I didn't think it was a problem because I'm fun. I'm the life of the party with or without
Mhm.
drink, but I like to drink, you know?
Right.
And I figured that an alcoholic, an addict, anybody like that needs to have that vice every single day. I thought that's what made you dependent,
Right.
addicted. I didn't know that you can control it. And I controlled my addiction, my alcoholism. I controlled it. Like I didn't have to have liquor. And I don't know anybody else out there, but if you recognize this, like self-reflection is great. And I
Mhm.
had to reflect. I had some series of situations take place, just life, nothing too crazy, but God let me see that this is the problem. I'm a high functioning alcoholic. I can drink. I don't have to drink every day, but when I do drink, don't let me have a bottle, girl. Don't let me have my own bottle. You might as well put a straw in that thing and I will
Right.
finish it and not be drunk. I
Right.
thought I was just, superwoman. Like I could
Just
drink
having fun and can handle it. Yeah.
handle it. And but the thing is, this is where God showed me like I wasn't enjoying it no more. Like in the beginning in your young days when you turn 21 and you're able to drink and it's fun and you see your family drinking, you see it on TV, you see it in books, you think
Mhm.
it's just a way to have fun. And it
Mhm.
seemingly was a way to have fun. You get a little tipsy, woo woo woo, have fun.
Mhm.
But after a while, it takes more and more to get to that fun area, that's fun spot, at least for me. And I was
Mhm.
able to drink a whole bottle of whatever, white or dark, wine
Mhm.
or hard, and not, I don't feel that I'm tipsy at all. I don't feel it. And but the next day I am dealing with the ramifications. I got the hangover. I feel nauseous to my stomach. I gotta take medication, BC powder, whatever, so that I can, still function the next day after that. But the thrill is gone, is what it is. The thrill is gone. And I'm just grateful that God let me see that. That's the
Mhm.
issue. One of the things I did notice about it, I noticed, not necessarily knowing that it was me and that it was the alcoholism, my memory started to fail a little bit. Like, and I would make up excuses. Well, I'm getting older, but
Mhm.
and I'm too young to be getting older. I'm getting older, but I'm only in my 40s. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, y'all, I'm comedian Stacey Anderson is in her 40s. Message, putting it out.
Mhm.
Not ashamed, but that's young to have memory issues.
Mhm.
And I just didn't know it was me. I would get into arguments with my friends, arguments with my husband because I'm not remembering certain things, or I'm coming home lit and just talking, acting a certain kind of way, like having issues. But it was me, is all I'm saying. It was me. And not remembering driving like that, and I do not condone that. And I don't it just broke my heart to realize that I'm the problem. And I'm just grateful that the Most High let me see that I'm the problem before a issue happened. That was something that
Mhm.
you can't scale back. And I just implore everyone to, like, there's nothing wrong with having a good time and stuff. But like, look within sometimes. If you always clashing, or if you notice something weird about yourself, like stop and reflect and see if it could be you. That's uncomfortable, but ask them, then
Mhm.
for that, go to God. Like, yo, Lord, show me. Because like I said, I was not remembering stuff. I'd get home after a night out of having fun
Mhm.
and scared. Like, I don't remember driving home last night. And sometimes
Mhm.
I'm designated driver. I've had that situation. And it is, and then be sad when I see a terrible story on the news or something about drunk driving or something like that, and feel
Mhm.
bad, but never thinking that could be me. That could have been me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you are the freaking problem, girl. You got to get it together and you're not enjoying it. So
Right.
sit back, reflect, give God the praise that He kept you for another day and allowed me to reflect. Because yeah, it's like I said, people don't want to be accountable, and it's hard to know that it's you. But look into those vices. Like, it got to
Mhm.
the point I wouldn't go to certain restaurants if they didn't serve liquor. I'm trying to go
Mhm.
with my family to go have a dinner somewhere, and my husband might suggest a place, and I'm like, ew, all they got is beer in there. Nope.
Mhm.
I would rather us go hungry than go to a
Mhm.
restaurant that don't got liquor. And that is a subtle clue, but that's a clue. That is
Right.
you got an issue on you. So yeah, have you ever had anything like that for you? A vice that you clung to, that when you had to put it down, like you almost was like with two fists holding on to it, and it was difficult to let it go when you did decide to let it go? Just wondering, Queen B, anything like that for you?
Um, I mean, the only thing that comes to mind as far as something that holding on and I couldn't let go, I would say smoking. you
Mm,
know.
oh,
And I can also say drinking, but not for the like me noticing that I need to stop. It wasn't, for the same reason, for your reason, but I felt like it was becoming, like an idol, you know
mm,
um meaning that I felt like I couldn't have fun without drinking or smoking. I feel like this is a part of having fun. Like I will always say, when you drink, smoking, it's a part of it. So that's, what I'm saying? That's a husband and wife. So I felt like I couldn't enjoy life without being intoxicated. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
Without having that cigarette. But like you said, it started to become like it wasn't fun anymore for me. And so I asked God, like, what is this? Why I'm not having the urge, or why I'm not feeling like I have to have a bottle of wine every day. Well, not every day, but the days that I had off. Because, like, if I have a day off, it's like a celebration for me because you know how many hours I work. So when I get that day off, I'm like, oh, it's about to be party time. I'm about to get me a bottle of wine and da, 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 da. And it's like, I don't have to do that anymore because I actually, God has blessed me to enjoy life without having to have to go buy a bottle or to go have a cigarette. So one thing I could say, he definitely took that taste out of my mouth. Now, I'm not saying that I don't drink wine anymore. I do drink alcohol, period. I don't drink hard liquor all the time. But the point is, I'm not at the point where I'm like I cut it out completely. Now, cigarettes I have, but as far as alcohol, it's not a must anymore. I live to see another day. So, but yeah, I thank God that He took it away from me because we shouldn't have to hold on or have these crutches where we feel like we have to have this. Like you said, going out to a simple dinner with your family and if they don't have alcohol there, it's like, oh, I don't want to go there. It should not be that way at all.
mm.
And that is a problem. You know what I'm saying? That is a problem for you and for me. And so we were blessed that God was able to reveal, take the blinders off, and hey, show us like this does not have to be. This is not a part of the plan that I have for your life. And He showed us grace, because in your situation or even in my situation, it could have turned out to be really bad for you or for the next person. So thank God for that because some people don't even God shows everybody's grace, but some people, their situations, like drunk driving. I'm just gonna throw it out there. There's situations where people probably felt like you know what I'm saying? Or maybe felt like me, because I'm not gonna say I never drove intoxicated. And like we said, we do not condone it, but yes, we have done it and we are being transparent, but we don't condone it and we definitely shouldn't have done it either when we did. But God showed us grace because we didn't get into a situation where we had an accident, car crash, and killed somebody. Let's just be honest, or kill ourselves or whoever's in the car with us. So that was grace. That was a blessing. Whereas some of the people, they yeah, they wind up in a situation where, like you said, you couldn't come back from it. So I thank God that He revealed that to you, Stacey, and that you took accountability and that you're being transparent and you're being open. You know what I'm saying? Because this can definitely help somebody because you never know. People don't like, especially a topic like this, people don't want to, put it out there to the world or to the public because it's embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? It's embarrassing and you just feel like, you feel messed up inside, you know what I'm saying? And we just don't want to put ourselves out there like that because also as humans, we got pride, we got egos, and we just like, we put on this persona that we this and we that, but deep down inside, we just regular human people, just like y'all, and we make the same crazy mistakes. But the point of it all, God give us grace again, and He also help us to learn from our mistakes. And now we are here to share our testimony and to help somebody else that may feel like they didn't feel comfortable sharing their story.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And yeah, we're just here being open, being honest, and letting you know there's God
Mhm.
for that. Take it to God before learn the lesson before it becomes a problem.
Right.
Learn the lesson before it becomes a problem. And be careful of what people like champion you. The
Mhm.
things that people champion that you're doing, I'll say it like that. Because for me, being being able to drink heavy liquor and I could drink out any dude. I could out drink any dude, and that was like a badge of honor for me. I really thought that was
Mhm.
cool. Like, yo, I could out drink you. That's not good, and it's
Mhm.
poison. When you start blacking out, don't know when your behavior switches. People are like, "Are you an angry drunk? Are you a happy drunk?" Those are spirits. They
Right.
call drinks spirits. So yeah, I just thought I'd share that, and I'm gonna just put it out here. I'm no longer drinking. It's only been a week, but that's okay. It's been a week.
Right.
Oh, it's been
Yeah.
I ain't gonna downplay that because there's a reason. It's not I've stopped drinking before. I've not drank for a year before, but not for the same reasons. God has definitely showed me some things and made me reflect and appreciate him in my life and keeping me safe and keeping others safe around me and showing me things that I'm not proud of. I'm just not proud of. It wasn't nothing crazy. I wasn't streaking butt naked somewhere. I wasn't even doing nothing like that. But God will talk to you in your heart and it will matter. Like when Queen Bee said, took the taste away. That's exactly what God has done for me. He took the taste away. I am done. It is poison to me. And I want to live and I want my memory and I want other people to live. And I don't want to be a problem. I know it's me. And therefore I'm working on me with God's grace and help to even reveal it to me. And I'm taking it all in. And there's a change coming. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
that was my topic.
Well, that was a good one. That was a good one. I just want to say this on live. I'm very, very proud of you, friend. And I thank God, you know what I'm saying? Because, I know it's been plenty of times, like you said, that you would forget how you got home, and there's plenty of times that you are out by yourself, you know what I mean? And, you have a husband and a child home, and all you have me, you have the rest of your family that you have people that care about you. So thank God that, nothing, nothing happened, oh, Lord have mercy. I'm getting emotional. I'm sorry. Nothing tragic happened. You know what I'm saying? While you know what I'm saying, traveling home while intoxicated. So I just thank God that it wasn't too late. And you got it. And listen, like I told you, I support you, and we on this journey together. So, well, we all, even you guys that's watching us, we all are on this life journey together. And so that's it. Yay.
Hey. Yes, that was good. Okay, and thank you for being proud of me. I'm proud of me. The Lord's proud of me. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Mhm. Mhm.
Now,
All
jumping
right.
to topic.
So I
What is?
guess we'll jump into my topic. You guys don't always have notes because I'm in my 40s too, and I be forgetting too. So we just not going to just leave leave you in the spotlight because I have to start writing things down so I can remember things. So I actually put my title. Well, there's a couple of things that I want to read off. Hold on, y'all, because I'm looking at my old phone. So my topic is for today is when people is choosing to stay in bondage.
Mm.
Yeah, and it's crazy because why you would think like why would people want to stay in bondage? But hold on a second. Hmm. All
And
right.
while
So
you're reading,
before
what do you mean by bondage? Because I think
no,
of
that's what let me finish because I was about to go into that.
okay.
So for I know there's some people, when you're on your spiritual journey you learn a lot of things, and I like to explain what the topic is and certain words or whatever, because some people just probably don't know, and it's okay. So because when I first started out on my spiritual journey, I really didn't know the true definition of bondage. So the true meaning of spiritual bondage, it says, is the state of being trapped by habits, deception, thoughts, or negative forces that prevent you from experiencing inner freedom.
Mm,
So yeah, so what I got from that is that bondage is something that, okay, so we all sin, right?
mhm,
So whatever that sin is that's keeping you from freedom, from spiritual freedom, meaning free of wickedness, free of evilness, free of negativity, is is holding you there. You know what I'm saying? And you can't be free. Meaning like not being free of the negative thoughts in your mind, or just living a negative life. Like you're just stuck in that dark place, and you just can't. Some people choose to unwillingly choose. I'm going to say that because there's a spirit on that person. So whatever that spirit is that our inner spirit is so weak at the time. This other energy that's over us or spirit that's over us is holding us down, and our spirit can't break free. So because our spiritual spirit is not strong enough, that's why that spirit that's over you, it will keep you down, what I'm saying, and you can't break, what I'm saying, in your inner freedom. It's not about the outside of and it is also about your flesh too, but it's more so about your spirit. And if you are walking in your flesh and just thinking in your flesh, of course your spiritual man is going to be, is going to be weak. So that's why we need God. There's God for that to break you and deliver you from bondage. So I hope how I explained it makes sense. But so that's when I say, when people are choosing to stay in bondage, it's not really the person that's choosing to stay in bondage, it's the spirit, and their spirit is not strong enough to beat, what I'm saying, to beat that whatever other spirit that's over them, that's holding them down in bondage. But I would say this: God give us free will, and God is always there, what I'm saying? But we have to be open to listen to him and hear him, because he's the only one that can free us from whatever spirits that is surrounding us, that's keeping us in bondage. So I have to say, we do have to take a little accountability of being stuck in certain situations. And I feel like, I have been in bondage as well. I think we all have, but it comes to a point in your life that you should want to do better, and you should want to be better, what I'm saying, and you should want to be living in this life, what I'm saying, spiritually free, because being in bondage or being in that dark spot, that dark place, it doesn't feel good to your spirit. And like I said, God give us that feeling in that ink, like, okay, yes, something is not right. You know what I mean? I have took this way too long. You know what I'm saying? I have been in this bad relationship way too long. I've been smoking these cigarettes way too long. I've been drinking way too long. I've been lusting way too long. You know what I'm saying? I've been gambling, whatever it is that's not of God and it does not feel good to your spirit. Eventually, He will take it away from you, but you still have to take that first step, because God, He's going to hold your hand and He's going to show you, but you got to be willing to take the necessary steps to, to free yourself. So, and for me, I'm just gonna say this, for some people, when they're in bondage or they just choosing to be in that toxic whatever situation it is, for me, because I have learned how to gain, but not I've learned to keep my peace. You know what I'm saying? First, I learned to have peace within me. You know what I mean? And I learned how to keep it. So sometimes us on the outside, you may have a friend, you may have a family member, or even your significant other, you know what I'm saying? And they might be in bondage, but you can give them all the advice, you can give them all the prayers or whatever, you can, be there for them. But again, if they're not ready to free themselves, it is okay to remove yourself. And I promise you, God is not going to punish you for removing yourself, because even sometimes God will remove himself. It doesn't mean he don't love you. He love you any less. But the point is, you got to learn a lesson. He's like, he is our father. So he's going to discipline us when we're not listening. And sometimes if you're not listening to him, he may like, okay, I'm going to let this bad situation happen. I'm not going to let it kill you, but I'm going to let it happen just so you can wake up and learn what he's trying to show you. This is no good for you. Come follow me. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, the plan that I have for your life is going to be way better than the plan that you have for your own life. And like I said, it's okay to walk away from that person. And I know sometimes we feel bad because we care about our friends, we care about our family, we care about our kids, we care about our significant other. That's just a natural emotion that God gave us to care for people. But sometimes you gotta sometimes helping them or listening to the foolishness, let's just be real about it. Sometimes, just entertaining it is not helping them. You know what I'm saying? Because you giving them access to you, so they feel like, okay, each and every time I'm going through something, I can call this person and I can just dump whatever I'm going through on them. And then guess what? They're gonna get off the phone and they're gonna still do the same thing. They're still gonna make the same bad choices that you try to help them. You know what I'm saying? To prevent them to not to make it. So
Yeah.
once you, for me, I've learned, and I have told I tell anybody, listen, I say to family, if you want to stay in bondage, if you want to stay in misery, if you don't want to grow, you don't want to elevate, you don't want to, whatever, I'm gonna leave you where you're at, and I'm gonna let God deal with you because I can't do God's job. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get myself together. I'm trying to, do right by God myself, and I fall short each and every day just like everybody else. But I refuse to stay in bondage. I refuse to be in toxic relationships. I refuse to let things hold me down and hold me back from what God has for me. So if you're on the same page as me, we good to go. But if not, I'm gonna have to leave you where you at and let God deal with you.
Yeah. And that's good. That really goes right into my topic because it's true. Sometimes it's you. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
a problem. You won't let go. You choose to walk in that sin, or you choose the problem. You choose to keep going to the problem, whether it's a man, a friend who ain't a friend, liquor, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
partying too much, not doing what you need to do. And you and I was talking about the other day. Sometimes choosing righteousness is uncomfortable. Like I'm gonna have to learn how to go out and hang
Mm-hmm.
in the club because I do comedy and not get a drink. That's going to be uncomfortable for me, but I'm willing to walk in that. I'm willing to do that because I need that because of what God showed me. I need that. So yeah, and if you have to walk away, what you were saying, sometimes when you're talking to a friend and you're encouraging them, first off, what you need to know is you're not talking to your friend at that time. You're talking to that spirit that's over them, that they
Right.
allow their inner, what you say, their spiritual, the spiritual person within them to be pushed down and the stronger spirit
Take
takes over
command.
that
Mm-hmm.
stronger spirit that is manifesting in their flesh. And that's why sometimes your friends don't make sense when you talking to them because you're not talking to them. You're talking to the spirit. So, you got to just know who you're talking to and walk away, like you said. Because it's a free will. You letting that spirit overtake you and call me and bother me. And I'm giving you all this advice from my heart and you're not taking it, you run, you get as soon as you get off the phone, like William B said, as soon as you get off the phone, you go straight back to the nonsense. Well, then you're choosing that. That's your free will choosing that. And God said in the Bible, I will give you over to a reprobate mind, meaning I'll let you make your own decisions, no matter how stupid it is, because I'm your loving father. I'm not a dictator. I'll let you make your own decisions. And I'm trying to advise you, listen. After a while, I'm not going to keep talking to you. I'm going to let you figure it out. I won't leave you nor forsake you. But whatever consequence comes from it is what it is because you chose that and you can never withstand predict the consequence that's going to come because sin going to pay you for playing with the devil's
Mm-hmm.
device. Sin is going to pay you, so it's best to just let it go, walk away, listen to the people that God put in your life that is encouraging you and get out of that. But if not, well, the consequences is coming because the devil always pay you. He love it.
Mm-hmm.
That's everything. He want to pay you. He want to make you broken, leave you
Right.
alone by yourself. So yeah, that was a great topic because that's hard. And I
Mm-hmm.
just want people like to know that you're talking to spirits. People do not believe that spirits are really out here. They are, and
They are.
yeah, you're entertaining spirits sometimes. Sometimes somebody call you and it don't make no sense. That's a
Mm-hmm.
spirit. Your friend is
Right.
not listening. You done told her 50, 11 times, 50, 11, 50, 11 times. And you still doing, I ain't talking to that spirit no more. Tell that spirit I got to go because you trying to take my energy and I'm trying to choose righteousness and you taking my time up. You don't know what I'm doing over here, but I will, as Queen Bee always say, I will pray for you though. I will pray for you. That's the most
Right.
powerful thing.
I gotta you, baby.
I gotta pray for you. That's the most powerful thing we can
Hmm.
do. People think that's, oh, you're gonna pray for me. That's the most powerful thing I could ever do, especially if I'm really
Hmm.
walking in that righteous walk. Like, you're welcome. Just be
Right,
grateful because I'm
right,
praying for you. You know, you can do this. So,
right,
well,
right.
did you add
And
anything?
I'm actually, yeah, and I was gonna say, and yeah, and when we say that we're praying for you, we actually is praying for you because you have some folks, "Oh, I'm praying for you," and they really not. Let's just be honest about that. But I listen, I have a list of people that I pray for every day, and it's not just family, it's the world. I pray for the world because like you said, some people don't believe, or they don't understand that there really is spirits that be jumping in and out of people's bodies. And I feel like if you're not spiritually in tune, you probably really won't understand that and get that. But it is facts. I mean, this, I'm going to say this. When I went through my, I call it a depression, but it's not a depression. Mental
Enlightenment?
breakdown.
Okay,
Huh?
mental break. I was gonna
Yeah.
say enlightenment, but breakdown. Okay.
Right. So when I went through my mental breakdown. That's not breakdown. Wait, no.
Mental break. Yeah, well, I say a mental re-enlightenment. The Lord is enlightening you.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So when I went through that phase of my life, I actually, seen spirits. Now, when you say you see spirits, don't think like something just was right there, like this little creature just came up from under the ground. No, no, because you gotta be specific and detailed. Because some people they can be like, "Well, did you really see like a creature?" No, it wasn't no creature, but you can tell when you know okay, I'm just gonna say this, like my ex, I'm saying, the person I was with, like one minute he would be happy go lucky, everything is good, and then something would switch, and his whole face, like his whole demeanor would change. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yeah, this is not, and you feel it in your spirit, like this ain't him. You know what I mean? This is something else. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean when I've seen, demonic spirits. You can see the whole person demeanor change. You know what I'm saying? They whole attitude, they whole walk, they whole everything changes. And you're just like, yeah, something ain't right. And when something ain't right, that means the spirit on into their body, or is over them, or is controlling, is doing whatever it got to do to get that person to do what they need them to do. So that's what I mean by when I see spirit, when I have seen spirit, and I still see it now. You know what I mean? Even at the workplace, you know what I mean? When somebody don't like you just because you say hi to them, that's a spirit, baby. Because that's not, and that, let me tell you, you got good spirits and you got bad spirits. So if I'm just saying hi to you and you, that ain't no good spirit. You know what I'm saying? That's not a good spirit, because whatever is going on over with that person, yeah, it ain't right. So that's when we say, it's the spirit and it's not the person. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So, but
yeah,
yeah, these are two great topics, and we are very grateful for you guys of tuning in with us for another episode of There's God for That. We thank y'all for being patient. We know we've been going for a little while. Like my friend Stacy said, life happens. We have, things planned. The summer is about to come, so we're gonna have some more fun plans happening. So, but we are going to really try our best to continue uploading episodes every week. But if we don't, please don't charge to our don't be upset with us. We will definitely be back, because like we said, this is something that God put on our hearts. And sometimes, life just prevent us from uploading every week, but just know that we're not going anywhere. This is something that we're going to follow through to the end, till the wheels fall off. Okay.
Ooh, I like that. Hold on,
So
wait. Hold on, wait. Let me see if I can. Oh, dang. Let me see if I can do it. I'm trying to do. Girl, look, look. Where's it at? Hold on. Yeah. I
we're so
like how you
goofy.
did that.
Anyway, thank you for tuning in with us this week. And yeah, we will. I guess we'll see you the next episode. Thank you. Oh, also make sure you subscribe. If you already subscribed, thank you very much. Girl, oh, make sure you like, share the video, and make sure y'all comment down in the comment section as well. We thank y'all. See y'all
And
in the
ring that,
next one.
hit
Oh,
that
and
bell.
ring the bell, ring the bell.
Yes. All right. And we thank you. And we're ending this episode of There's God for That. Y'all be blessed, everyone.
All right, bye.
Bye.